Hi, I'm Brad.
I'm Kelly.
And we're doing a little tour of Disneyland's Galaxy's Edge. So we actually do a travel vlog, and that is our main series that you can watch. But what we're going to do is show you around Galaxy's Edge, just because I've unlocked the timeline and changed some things. So the first thing you might be able to hear in the background is the music. So they've changed it and added in the John Williams score. So as you're entering, you get that like classic Star Wars feel. Before it had all just been atmospheric noises.
Yeah.
And so I was worried when they changed this that it might lose some of that subtlety, which it does, but I actually think this really works and it builds the excitement as you come in. So really cool, I think. So the entrance as you come in here, where Rise of the Resistance is, hasn't changed. So the theming around here is very much still to the sequel trilogy. As you can see, you've got like the Resistance ships. But what's changed throughout Galaxy's Edge is that it's not stuck to the sequel trilogy anymore. So as you move through to the next area, you're going to switch back to the original trilogy. So you've got Stormtroopers, the old Galactic Empire Stormtroopers, Darth Vader, Han Solo, Leia, Luke, all wandering around. They've changed some of the shops, so we'll show you some of that and just try and capture a little bit so you can see what's different. But and see some of the characters. But generally speaking, not too different.
Yeah.
It
depends who and what you see.
Subtle changes, but let's show you some of them. So the area with Rise of Resistance that we're just leaving behind us is where you would still come across the Mandalorian and Grogu in terms of character meet and greets. But like I said, the rest of the character meet and greets, or characters wandering around interacting, are all through in the rest of Galaxy's Edge, and they're the original trilogy characters now. The market hasn't changed, although again you might hear the John Williams score piping through all this area. I think that's a really positive change. I think it really works. I think because it's so recognisable, it immediately feels more exciting, and like you're part of Star Wars. Yeah, really cool change, I think. So this is where you go to Savi's workshop to build lightsabers. As it stands at the moment, no changes here. So it's still the same menu, for lack of a better term, for building your lightsabers. Oh sure, yeah, they've got the drawers for the different like themes of lightsabers. So there's, I can't remember all the names, but that's like the nature one. Then there is power and control, which is like your Sith piece. It is. These are like the ancient temple ones. I can't quite remember what they're called.
Like your original.
Yeah. And then is it like protection and control? This one potentially.
Yeah.
These are kind of like your classic lightsabers.
Your dad did.
Yeah. But when May the 4th, look at me in my stupid glasses. When May the 4th rolls around, who knows? Maybe we'll see some more. Who knows? And we have the droid depot over here. So the droid depot has not had any changes, I understand. I did read online that they're changing it. I don't think anything's changed though, but they were talking about bringing in some earlier like prototype versions of the BB droids. There was one that looked different to me on the counter there, so maybe that's what that is. But I've not seen anything official about it changing. Could be wrong on that one. Let me know in the comments below if I've got that wrong. You get a good example of the different like pieces you can build for the droid in here. Almost like looking a bit like at the menu. What colour do you like? Black. How should I have known? Like your soul. And then here's the R2 type units here.
It's sort of England as well.
Yeah. I like that red and blue one, you know.
Oh yeah, that's pretty good.
I really like that.
That's nice. They're all nice.
Do you like the round head or the sort of round and flat head?
No, I like these.
Yeah. So you might be building one, might you, while we're here? That's the plan, isn't it, perhaps? We'll see. But just as a side note, a really cool experience to do this one. Not as full on and as immersive perhaps as the lightsaber experience, but a little bit cheaper, and you get a really cool remote control droid. So we've got a couple of changes over here. So I'm by the large Imperial fighter. So you'll have seen right there we've got a Galactic Empire Stormtrooper there, the old school Stormtrooper and helmet. Personally my favourite. We've got some banner changes, so that it was all First Order up there, now again it's Galactic Empire. And some changes to the, I think it was called the First Order Surplus. And now it's not. So it's more varied stuff in there, but there is actually still some First Order gear in there. Let's have a look.
They have pink milk instead of green milk as well. It's blue milk and pink milk.
That is true, yes, on the milk stand over there we now have, although you still see the blue and the green, it's pink and blue now. So we've not tried the pink yet. We'll try it and report back. So yeah, there's more variety now in here, but there are still First Order merch pieces. I wonder if, what do you see? Do you see any changes on the horizon? No. So I wonder if they might be just trying to get rid of the last bits of First Order stuff.
Yeah, and then it'll be more.
Or if it's just going to be a bit of everything. But there are a lot more references now to the old school pieces and the old Stormtrooper helmets and everything up and around decorating there. So she doesn't come with the area, by the way. That's really fun. Not political, just fun. So Vader will now come from that ship and do a sort of mini stage show type piece.
Is it Kylo Ren?
It used to be Kylo Ren, so Vader will come out there with Stormtroopers now and wander the area looking for Luke. I'll drop some footage in that if I capture that.
Kylo looking for Rey?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So like I say, I'll stick some footage in of that if I capture them, but it's a little bit luck of the draw when you find them.
You can serve the Empire or be crushed with the rebels. I have foreseen the outcome. Prepare to
The original
be disappointed.
Stormtroopers. This cave just flowing around.
Establish a perimeter quickly.
Affirmative, yes, Lord Vader. We advise remaining calm in Lord Vader's presence, travelers. Traveler? This young one shows potential, Lord Vader. Lord Vader wishes to speak with you, traveler.
These are some of the new characters that Brad was referring to before.
It's uncanny art.
R2's there, just beep booping around. Crazy.
We've got Ahsoka Tano here. Or Akasara, as Kelly says. Yeah, loving these new character meet and greets and people coming by. Yeah, hard work.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's another cool character meet and greet going around. So
I don't think you'll have picked it up on the camera earlier with R2 doing his little
scream. He's what? Just Han Solo, Kelly. It's right there.
That's special. Like she's got the whole costume thing going.
Yeah.
Not
What?
gonna lie, we saw Luke a moment ago. Just thought he were a punter. Like,
One of the random customers.
yeah.
Not everyone knows what punter means, I don't
Just
think.
like-
That sounds like a Star Wars word.
You were like, it's Luke. I'm like, is it?
Is it? Whereas, yeah, to be
Han
fair,
looks good,
that is clearly Han, yeah.
Yeah, because it's got that unique costume.
Yeah. And the hair.
Yeah.
Got the Han hair. Nice.
Yeah.
Ogre's Cantina still remains unchanged as well, more or less. Some slight changes around, I think some references and theming inside that was to the like the First Order and the sequel trilogy that have now been removed, but other than that, pretty much the same. So if you couldn't tell, I'm over by the Falcon, and I'm just going to come up to the barrier over here because we've actually got Leia meeting over here. So we've got a bit of a General Organa look to her, hasn't she? So that's really cool. The Falcon ride has had no changes yet, other than apparently some of the porg nests have been removed to make it more timeline appropriate.
Yeah, porgs don't come in until later.
Exactly. But once the Mandalorian Grogu comes out, which I think is the 22nd of May, the ride is changing fairly substantially, so the sort of level that you play will be changing to include Mando and Grogu, and from what I gather you go to a lot of iconic Star Wars locations instead of to the planet you go to now. I can't remember what it is, but you go collecting the Coaxium. So it's going to be a different mission that you go on, which should be again more iconic and memorable. So look out for some changes there. They sound really interesting.
Yeah, that'll be good.
The last bit of changes I've got to show you, I believe, is in Doc Ondar's Den of Antiquities. So some slight changes in here, again just with theming. They've removed some of the references to the trilogy and replaced it with some different artifacts and bits from the original trilogy rather than the sequels. So like I say, again mostly the same in here, but it's all these kind of display items up in here that have changed. So I think there was like Mando's helmet and spear gun, for example, and now we've got some different pieces up there. It's a bit like Grievous's head, actually, that piece. So yeah, if you're an absolute expert on your relics and artifacts of Star Wars, maybe you can tell me what some of these are, but there's some different pieces up here now. Other than that, that pretty much sums up everything in terms of changes. Like I say, I'll put some more of the character bits in if I've got them. But hopefully you've enjoyed this quick look around, and if you want to see everything in a bit more detail and longer form, we have our Disneyland vlog, Disney World vlogs as well, that you can check out on our channel. Thank you.